Hi, welcome to this other new Yin Yoga class, again still for the element of water connected with the winter. So you can prepare yourself with taking your props if you have bolsters, cushions, eventually the twin balls or whatever, tennis balls, or even somebody took oranges if they are not too soft, or blocks, and then you can come sitting on the mat. We're going to start with a little moment to come completely inside ourselves. So you can sit on a cushion so that your knees are lower than your pelvis, and then you can close your eyes and just let the whole day behind you, let all your work, all your duties, all your plans behind you, and completely be present to this moment. And you sense your sit bones rooted into the cushion, into the mat. And take some time to feel how your buttocks is going more and more down together with the gravity. Is sinking in. And soften up everywhere where you can. And without losing the contact with your cushion, with your grounding, let your spine rise up all the way, gracefully, in a natural curve. And feel how this length is going all the way to the top of your head, with your chin slightly downwards. And be aware of your breath, the subtlety of it. Where do you feel it most? Without changing it, just notice it. And relax all your face muscles, your eyes and eyeballs, your mouth, the inside of the mouth, throat, the neck, and the whole shoulder area. And feel that your shoulders are sinking down into your body. And relax your chest, arms, hands and fingers, your belly, the whole pelvic floor, and stomach, and then your legs, ankles, and the whole soles of the feet with all their sensibility. And then notice the whole area around your spine and see if you can soften it up more. And take a deep inhale. Completely exhale. And gently open your eyes. So again, we're gonna do a Yin Yoga sequence for the winter, to come deep into ourself, into our seat, into our essence, and to take some time to be with ourselves. Maybe you noticed already in Western Europe here it has been quite cold, and maybe you have noticed the desire to go within, deeply within, and just rejuvenate for the spring, just to rejuvenate, build up your strength, and give yourself that extra rest. Okay, so the first exercise today is going to be caterpillar. And you can come sitting with your legs straight. And if you want, and if you have the balls, you can use them, but if not, you can do this exercise also without any props. So, if you have them, you can put them underneath your calf muscles in the fleshy part, so more or less in the middle. So that's more or less here. Okay. So when you have cicatrice, when your skin is damaged there, you don't use the balls. Or if you have, let's say, if you have wounds or whatever, then you don't use it. Or when it's too painful, don't do it. Then you just skip this one. Okay. And then, if you want, you can also support your knees, and especially for people who have when you feel the backside of your leg very intense and it's too much, then it's good to support, so then there is not too much pressure in the knee area. Yes. And then when it's even too much, you can also separate your legs a bit. And then you can stay here. If you have lower back problems, you can also take a bolster like this and go just a little bit forward, or you stay upright. And if not, if you feel fine, then you put your bolster on your knees or below them, or two bolsters. And then you inhale up, you exhale forward, and you support your forehead. And then just explore this posture today. How does it feel today? The first step is always see that you're not too far in the posture. When you're too far, come back a little bit, take more support. And if it feels okay, then come to the phase of more inner stillness. Invite the yin way of just being, observing, and notice where your breath is. And then you can work with inhaling into the most dense parts of your body and exhaling, releasing deeper and deeper. This exercise was specifically on the bladder meridian. And if you want, you can visualize from the corners of your eyes a blue light that goes all the way over the forehead to the crown, behind the head, neck, and both sides of the spine, to the back side of the legs, the outside of the feet, and to the small toe. And start again. Inside of the eye corners, over the forehead, back side of the head, both sides of the spine, back side of the legs, outside of the feet, to the small toe. Is this bladder meridian, and you can do it a couple of more times, keeping your body completely relaxed. And then inhale and slowly roll out of the posture. You can remove your prop to the side, remove your balls if you used them. And just for a moment, just sit. You can sit with crossed legs if you need something to sit on. And you're gonna integrate the sensation. We call it the rebound. So with your full attention, you are in what's happening, whatever that is, whatever you feel, just be present to it. And learning to listen to the body, to the wisdom. The kidneys and the bladder are also connected with this inner wisdom. Inner wisdom, which is actually not ours, but it comes from the universe. And it comes into us. So listen. Maybe you feel something, a message, maybe you feel your digestion is not okay, maybe you have to change something, or you need more sleep, whatever it is, or maybe just some pleasant feelings. And also notice this continuous flow and this continuous change at each moment of time. And then deeply inhale, completely exhale. Now we have the supported bridge. So you can use a bolster or a cushion or a blocks, maybe two, maybe one, you'll see. And you're gonna come sitting on it and stretch the legs, so it actually put it under the tailbone. You put it under the tailbone. You can stretch your arms open to the side. Feet can fall open. See, that's more or less where your trousers start. And then you completely relax. If you have belly issues, you can also put your hands on the belly so that the energy of the hands flows into the belly. Okay, so completely go within. Let the gravity take your body over. And just observe how you're flowing into yourself like ink into a paper. When you know that old pink paper, if you have seen that, with the pot of ink, and then you use that pink for the ink that was too much. And just sense. Maybe you can also sense around your body and boundaries that become more open, less pronounced. And just observe the flowing of the breath. This posture works more on the front side of the body and more on the kidney meridian, which comes from the small toe to the inside, back side of the legs, pubic bone, belly, up to the chest and the collarbone. And touch that stillness inside. If the mind is still, the whole universe bows to you. This quote of Lao Tse. And feel where boundaries are melting, becoming softer in your body, where there's more surrendering, more openness. Maybe your jaw, throat, the chest, shoulders, sexual organs. And then deeply inhale. Completely exhale, bend your knees, place the soles of the feet on the ground, remove your support, and for a moment just rest into Shavasana, just for a short period of time, to feel that rebound, to feel that integration happening. Maybe you hear the fluids moving. In Yin Yoga, these winter sequences are connected with water, and bladder and kidneys are also, kidneys is purifying the blood. It's also nourishing the bones. And the bladder, as you know, eliminates urine. Inhale, exhale, and you can roll to one side and come up. Okay, and we're going to half butterfly pose, half butterfly. So for this one you can bend. We're gonna start with bending the left leg first. Place your sole of the feet against the other leg, and the other leg is straight but to the side if that goes. And then it can be practical to use a little something to sit on. if we're going forward, it's easier to go into the forward bend. And also here, if you have a stiffness or a pain or a discomfort under the knee, because the hamstrings are painful, you can put a little support underneath. When this knee is too high up, you can let it rest on a cushion. When you let it rest on a cushion, the hips can relax more, which will create more openness. So at the long term, it's benefiting the body. But when that's not necessary, you can do without. If you have a sore lower back, just let your head rest on a cushion. You can hold it like this or relax your arms. If you want to go further, you can place a prop next to your leg so you don't have pressure on the leg, but some people like it otherwise, like this. That's all fine. Or you can also use, for example, 2 blocks. Let's see how that goes. Like this, and then like that. See that they don't fall over. So you inhale to the center, then you turn the hips over your stretched leg, and then exhale, bend forward, and see where you want to rest your head. And then again, first step, see the posture is not too intense, otherwise adjust it. And if not, then you can stay into this forward bend, relaxing the arms, relaxing the legs. Also here, just in the yin, you relax also the feet. Relax actually everything you can. And you can make the exhale longer if you want, to release more, or exhale through the mouth a couple of times. Only if you have a very low blood pressure, don't extend the exhales too much. This posture also works again on the bladder meridian. And just focus on your breath, the waves, the flow. You can use an affirmation for this. I'm safe in myself, I'm safe in my own being. And just vibrate it with every cell of your body. Or choose something that really works for you. And then inhale, exhale, and slowly come up sitting straight. And just take one breath. And we can change the leg position. So now the right leg is in, the left one is out. And here the sensation can be different. So it can be that here you need something underneath your knee. Just be aware what is most comfortable. It's finding the balance between harmony and intensity. So it's good to feel something, but don't go too far. And then inhaling into the center, exhaling. First, see that you tilt your upper body in the direction of your stretched leg, and then slowly you go forward. If you see the support is not high enough, you can take more support. And explore. I know it's complete different feeling, so breathe into it. Invite your breath to enliven this position. And if you feel tension emotionally or physically, just don't push it away and welcome it without identifying with it. But try actually to relax into it, to sink into it. Finding that deep trust into your heart, into your anchor, into yourself, and into the divine that's guiding you. And inhale deeply, exhale, roll up. And just take a breath. And for the rebound, this time you can feel lying onto your belly. So you can already lie down. If you don't like comfortable like this, you can also lie down onto your back. And you can let your head rest onto your hands, let your feet fall open, big toes can touch. And just be completely present to what is unfolding into this rebound phase of integration. Or maybe you feel the vibrations, maybe you feel emotional release, trembling. And you can also feel both together, huh? Tensions that are releasing and the blissful feeling at the same time. And inhale, exhale, and from here we're going to Sphinx pose. So we have some options here. If you have a tight lower back, you can put your legs wider apart. If you want to work more intense, just feel today. Every day is different, every body is different. You can bring your legs more together. And here, if you want to work without props, you can put your hands like this. You touch your opposite elbow, or you put your chin into your hands. You can put your hands in prayer pose. Your elbows are a bit in front or under the shoulder, but not to the back. And what else you can do? It's to take a bolster and place your elbows over it like this, or like that, or like this. And if you want to work more intense, you can put your elbows on the bolster. So choose your option. Choose your option. Go within. And just be sure that you don't have too much pressure in your lower spine. You will feel your kidneys and a little bit, that's okay. But you have too much tension, choose an easier option. And again, sink into your being. With your eyes closed, you look straight in front of you or towards your third eye. You can put a slight pressure on the elbows so that the shoulders relax more and go more away from the body while the chest is slightly going forward. And the heels are opening just a couple of millimeters away from the body. Neck is relaxed. You can move your head like very gently to see if that's really the case. And then breathe into that soft heart space. And you can also imagine that you massage now from the corners of your eyes, the inner corners of the eyes, all the way over the forehead, just until that place where your hair starts to grow. Go only up, and then you start again from the inner eye corners to the hair line. And just imagine that you do that, or you can do it also physically. At the back side of your back, there is, in between the two kidneys, there's the door of life, where your yin and yang energy, they meet. So you can, as you breathe, you can be aware of that space. And you can imagine you are recharging your energy, your batteries. Now you have to be careful with the kidney energy, because we are born with a certain amount of that energy, and when it's finished, it's very hard to build it up again. So with this practice, just nourish your kidneys with your breath. Remember, just want to go forward. Three conscious breaths more in this posture. And then if you relax, you can place your forehead on the bolster and your arms, stretching the arms if that feels okay. And just dive within. Or you can bend the elbows. And sense the flow inside your system, like the flow of the inner rivers. Inhale, exhale. You can bend your knees and come up sitting again and rest for a moment into child's pose. With the knees together or knees apart, with or without a prop. When you use a big bolster, can go a little bit in between the knees. Then you inhale with the exhale, come all the way forward. Arms can be beside the body like this or also to the front as feels most comfortable. Head to one side and then just completely let your body sink into this position. You can feel as if you are back into the womb of the mother, connected with the water. Surrendering deeper with each breath. And let the stillness permeate your whole being. If your head is to one side, it's the time to move it to the other side, if that is not too strenuous for the neck. And then gently and slowly you can roll up and prepare yourself for Shavasana. So you can do the pentacle if you want, with the legs wide apart, like a star, and the arms open left and right with the palms up. And then you can just cover yourself with a blanket and dive deeply within. And for 2 more times you can do the meridian flow, starting with the inside of the eye corners, blue energy over your forehead, behind your head, all the way to both sides of the spine, back side of the legs, outside of the feet, towards the small toe, going over in the kidney meridian to the inside backside of your legs, pubic bone, belly, chest and collarbones. And then dive into this deep ocean of stillness and peace. And slowly start to come back to the physical sensations of hands and fingers. You can stretch yourself out if you want to. Make your breath deeper and roll to one side for a couple of breaths. And then come back sitting into comfortable sitting posture. With your hands in prayer pose on a straight spine. And so thank you. Namaste. Thank you so much and have a nice rest of the day.